How to plan your Google Ads strategy. So what I mean by that is if you're setting up a brand new Google Ads account, you need to have a bit of a plan, right? You don't just want to jump in and just see what happens. It's absolutely essential you have a bit of a strategy, a bit of a plan in terms of what you're going to be doing and why you're going to be doing it and when you'll be doing these things. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So it's really imperative that you get these things right from day one. So what I'm going to show you is a very brief strategy that we use within our agency to manage hundreds of Google Ads accounts. And this is the type of structure that we follow. We always work out what are we going to do in month 1, what are we going to do in month 2, and what are we going to do in month 3, and sometimes what are we going to do in month 4 or 5, okay, depending of the nature of the account. But using this strategy, it should get you off to a really good start, because at least it gives you food for thought in terms of the types of things that you need to be expecting for each of the months. So let's get straight into it. So a quick introduction first for month 1, and then I'll get into the specifics. So the main focus of the first month is to set up and launch your Google Ads campaign. Now, this includes installing the tracking code, researching competitors and keywords, and then launching the initial campaign. The purpose of this month is to establish a foundation for the account and to be able to start collecting data on the performance. You also need to make sure that before you start setting up the account, you've got a very clear understanding of what your goals and objectives are and what you hope to achieve. So moving on, what we do is in month 1, we set up we audit the account, and then we set up the tracking. And what that involves is installing the Google Ads conversion tracking code onto the website and verifying that's working correctly. And remember, by installing the Google Ads tracking code, we can then measure the campaign success very carefully and see what's working, what's not working, as well as producing meaningful reports. We then need to research our competitors and their keywords. So this involves researching your competitors and seeing what advertising strategies that they might be using, as well as identifying the most relevant keywords for your business. And then we create and launch the initial campaigns. So based on the research that we've done, we create the Google Ads campaign targeting our most relevant keywords. So that is primarily what we do in month 1 of setting up a Google Ads campaign. So it's a lot of research and a lot of setup type of work that goes in month 1. So it's not to say that we're not going to get conversions in month 1, but the main objective is to get it set up and get it set up well and make sure you've researched it really properly in order to give your campaigns the best chance of success from a really early stage. So now let's jump into month 2. So the focus for month 2 is the initial optimization of the campaigns that you set up in month 1. And remember, in month 1, we want to collect a lot of data. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of data, right? What we can start doing is that the purpose of this month is to improve the performance by making small adjustments to bids, search terms, targeting, bid strategies, ad formats, and refining the target audience. And the way we do that is by firstly optimizing the campaigns. So this will involve monitoring the performance of your campaigns and making adjustments to improve the performance, such as adjusting the bidding, the targeting, reviewing the search terms, adding negative keywords, and creating ad variations. You also need to, in month 2, to start testing different ad formats. So experiment and introduce different ad formats such as responsive search ads, display ads, video ads to determine which ones are working more effectively for your business. And the way you can measure that is by seeing what's converting and what may not be converting so well, or what's getting the most amount of clicks and so on. Then we need to start refining your target audience. So based on your campaign's performance data, refine your audience to focus on the most engaged and likely to convert. So remember, in Google Ads, we've got audiences. So we can use our audiences to either include audiences by their interests or habits, genders, we can use demographics, age, and so on, as well as excluding audiences too. So now that we have 2 months worth of data, let's jump into month three. So what our general strategy is for month three of setting up a Google Ads campaign. The final month is focused on monitoring campaign performance and making further improvements to increase the conversion rates, reduce costs, and improve return on investment. The purpose of this month is to use the performance data collected over the previous 2 months and make data-driven decisions and continuously improve the overall effectiveness of the advertising campaign. And the way we do that is firstly, monitor and adjust campaigns. Continue improving your campaigns and making adjustments as needed to improve the performance, reduce cost, and increase your conversion rates. Analyze performance data, and remember, now we've got 2 months worth of data. Okay, so we want to analyze your performance data, including your cost per acquisition or your cost per lead, not necessarily cost per click, but we want to see, okay, we've got enough data, we've had enough clicks, right? What are our leads costing us, or when we our sales costing us, and so on. Your conversion rate, your return on investment, which is your ROI, or even ROAS, which is return on ad spend, to determine the overall effectiveness of your advertising strategy and identify areas of improvement. You also, more importantly, you need to check your campaigns against its objectives. Remember, in month one, we set out what are our goals and objectives. So in month three, we really need to check in that how are we doing in comparison to what we really set out to achieve in the first place in month one. So we need to check the campaign performance against your initial objectives to see how they align with one another. Then you can plan your next steps. So based on your performance data, develop a plan to continue improving your advertising strategy and increasing your return on investment for the future. So what I've given you is a very high level Google Ads strategy, a plan that you can say, okay, what sort of things do we do in month one? What sort of things do we do in month two? And what sort of things that we do in month three? You can obviously tailor this towards your business, okay, into what you do. But I've given you a bit of a template that you can start working with and adapting it to how your business works. So if you found this useful, please share this message with other people who you think that might benefit from it, or even with your team. Okay, share it with them so that this can benefit other people. And at the same time, if you hit the subscribe and put your comments in the comment box below, it's going to help the algorithm to push this video out to more people just like yourselves who could do with a bit of help in terms of how to plan your Google Ads strategy. And whilst you're at it, take a look at this offer that I've got on, which is a book which will ship right to your door. We have taken the cost of getting the book printed, so the only thing that you got to do is to cover the postage and packaging. It's called How to Win Customers with Google Ads, and in this book I show you so many different strategies, and we go into a lot more detail about how to launch successful Google Ads campaigns to start driving your business more leads, more sales at a very early stage, by making sure you got a really good foundation built, so you're not paying as much as your competitors, but you're outbidding your competitors. So take care, and I hope to see you on the other side. Goodbye for now.